Bridgerton Season 4 What to Expect in Part 2. Bridgerton Season 4 kicked off absolutely spectacularly, and I'm already on the edge of my seat, desperate to know what's coming in Part 2. Will Sophie accept Benedict's shocking offer to become his mistress? What obstacles lie ahead for this couple? What's next for Francesca? Will Violet find love and marry again? And, most importantly, when can we finally watch Part 2? So many questions, and the answers are coming. Let's dive into what's next in Season 4, Part 2. Sophie's Fairy Tale. Honestly, I wasn't prepared to be this enchanted. That masked ball in Episode 1, the gowns, the grandeur, was mesmerizing. I found myself staring in awe, just like Sophie. Benedict, used to these high society affairs, wasn't initially impressed. But the moment he saw Sophie, with her fresh, unique perspective on the world, he was completely captivated. Their playful conversations, the flirtations, the tiny dances, and that delicate kiss, it all felt like a dream. Watching this story unfold in true Bridgerton style is pure magic. But as every fairy tale goes, reality catches up. After the ball, Sophie returns to her life as a maid, while Benedict searches frantically for the mysterious lady in silver, unaware that it's her. Seeing Sophie humiliated and cornered in her new workplace was heartbreaking. Luckily, Benedict, ever the soft-hearted hero, finds her, and the two share blissful, fairy tale-like days together at his cottage, falling deeper in love. Soon, Benedict convinces Sophie to work at the Bridgerton house, where she's finally treated with respect and affection. Their love reignites, burning brighter than ever, until Benedict shocks everyone, including me, by asking Sophie to be his mistress. After all their tender moments, I never saw that coming. There are reasons behind it though, and in Part 2, we'll discover what happens after this heart-wrenching moment, and what trials await them. The other Bridgertons. Season 4 isn't just about Benedict and Sophie. The stories of Eloise, Francesca, and Violet are equally captivating. Eloise, trying to help Benedict, unintentionally draws the attention of dozens of eligible men. Francesca embarks on a journey of self-discovery, exploring her identity, while Violet finally embraces her love with Lord Anderson. These storylines keep the season's pace thrilling, and Part 2 promises to take them to unbelievable heights, setting the stage for future seasons. Season 4, Part 2. What's coming? Picking up from that tense moment, Sophie turns her back on Benedict. Completely understandable. She keeps her distance, but will learn that Benedict's intentions were never cruel. He believed that marriage between them would be impossible because of Sophie's status, which is why he made that shocking offer. In Part 2, Benedict and Sophie will take risks they never imagined. A key scene will show Benedict spotting Sophie painting by the lake. Her gestures and that heirloom necklace spark a revelation. Sophie may actually be a noble. His investigation confirms it, but revealing the truth plunges Sophie into danger. By Episode 4, her stepmother and stepsisters move next door, and Lady Armenta, aware Sophie is the lady in silver, accuses her of theft to prevent the marriage. Heartbroken, Benedict and Violet step in, exposing the truth. Sophie is a noblewoman with an inheritance, and the real liar is Armenta. Finally, Sophie and Benedict get their dreamlike wedding. Francesca, Eloise, and Violet. Francesca's story promises to be intense. Curious about her own sexuality, she struggles to connect with John, but meeting John's sibling Michaela sparks a journey of self-discovery. After a tragic event, John's death, according to the books, Francesca and Michaela grow closer. Expect heartbreak and romance, likely unfolding in Season 6. Eloise, the marriage skeptic, finds love through a pen pal relationship. Her story likely continues in Season 5, though the first letter may appear in the Season 4 finale. Violet, finally free to love Lord Anderson, may reveal in later episodes that she's remarrying. Imagine 2 weddings in one season finale. A dream come true for Bridgerton fans. When will Part 2 arrive? The wait is almost over. Mark your calendars, February 26th. That's when we return to the world of Bridgerton. Until then, we'll be diving deep into everything Bridgerton related, sharing thoughts and excitement. So, tell me, did you love Season 4 Part 1? What do you think about Sophie and Benedict as a couple? Let's discuss in the comments below. The story picks up exactly where we left off. Sophie walking away from Benedict after his shocking proposal to make her his mistress. That single line, spoken in a moment of desperation, left hearts everywhere breaking. Because after all the tender, dreamy moments between them, no one could expect such words from a man so devoted and caring. But the truth is, Benedict never intended to hurt her. He only feared that Sophie's low social status would forever keep them apart. And now, with part 2, we see the emotional weight of that moment shaping every interaction between them. Sophie keeps her distance, but every glance, every unspoken word, and every lingering thought makes it clear that their love cannot be denied. The tension builds as Benedict starts piecing together the clues about Sophie's true identity: the inherited necklace, her refined manners, and the hints of nobility that no ordinary maid would possess. Each scene will have you holding your breath, wondering if Sophie will ever fully trust Benedict again, and if their love can survive the storm of misunderstandings and societal pressure. Their story in part 2 is not just about romance. It's about courage, self-discovery, and defying the rigid rules of the ton. Every stolen moment, every hesitant touch, and every passionate glance carries the weight of longing, hope, and the possibility of heartbreak. As the season unfolds, you'll feel the pull between their hearts, the magnetic force that neither etiquette nor circumstance can resist. It's a dance of emotions, where every step brings both joy and fear, and you'll find yourself completely immersed in their journey. With the stakes higher than ever, part 2 promises to reveal not only the true depth of Benedict and Sophie's love, but also the lengths they will go to fight for each other. Secrets, lies, and unexpected discoveries threaten to tear them apart at every turn. But the magic of their connection, the undeniable spark that first ignited at that unforgettable masked ball, keeps pulling them back together. And as we follow them through moments of tension, tenderness, and uncertainty, you'll feel the heartbeat of their story in a way that is both thrilling and heart-wrenching. Part 2 is not just a continuation. It's the crucible where their love is tested, reshaped, and destined to shine brighter than ever. And every revelation will have you leaning in, desperate to know what comes next. As part 2 begins, the story of Sophie and Benedict becomes even more tangled, thrilling, and emotional than ever before. The fallout from Benedict's shocking question still lingers, creating a tension between them that neither can ignore. Sophie struggles to reconcile her love for him with the sting of his words, and every encounter between them is charged with both longing and caution. Meanwhile, Benedict is determined to make things right, even if he doesn't fully understand how to express his feelings without causing more pain. The truth about Sophie's noble heritage slowly begins to surface, and with each small clue, from her graceful mannerisms to the treasured necklace she inherited from her mother, Benedict starts to suspect that the woman he loves might be far more than just a maid. This revelation changes everything. It forces both of them to reconsider their place in society, their roles in each other's lives, and the risks they are willing to take for love. Part 2 dives deep into the emotional complexity of their relationship, showing how trust is rebuilt, how forgiveness is earned, and how love can endure even the most heartbreaking misunderstandings. Their story is a delicate balance of hope and fear. Every glance, every whispered word, and every fleeting touch reminds them, and us, of the intense connection they share. And yet, danger is never far away. With Sophie's stepmother and stepsisters now nearby, plotting to keep her from marrying Benedict, every moment carries a sense of suspense. Accusations, misunderstandings, and threats loom over them, creating situations that test their courage, loyalty, and devotion to each other. But it's not all darkness. There are moments of beauty and tenderness that make every struggle worthwhile. Walks by the lake, secret conversations in quiet corners, and shared smiles that ignite sparks of hope. As they navigate the complexities of love, social expectations, and family interference. Part 2 promises to deliver breathtaking drama, heart-pounding romance, and revelations that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. every scene builds toward the ultimate payoff. A love that must overcome every obstacle, a connection that grows stronger under pressure, and a fairy tale romance that feels both timeless and urgent. The stakes are higher, the emotions are rawer, and the chemistry between Sophie and Benedict is more magnetic than ever. Watching them grapple with truth, temptation, and societal pressures in Part 2 is like being pulled into a whirlwind of passion and suspense, where every decision matters, every secret threatens to unravel their happiness, and every moment keeps you hooked, desperate to see if their love can truly survive the challenges ahead. It's not just a story of romance, it's a story of resilience, courage, and the transformative power of love in the world of Bridgerton, and Part 2 promises to deliver all of this with intensity, emotion, and unforgettable drama. Bridgerton Season 4, Part 2 promises to take every storyline to a thrilling, emotional, and unexpected place, and it's not just Sophie and Benedict who are in for dramatic twists. Francesca's journey is one of the most intriguing arcs this season as she continues to explore her identity, her desires, and her place in a world that often feels restrictive and unkind. Her curiosity about love, sexuality, and genuine connection grows stronger, and her interactions with John and later his sibling Michaela hint at a path of self-discovery that will be both heartwarming and heartbreaking. The tension, confusion, and eventual revelations surrounding her emotions will keep viewers on edge, wondering how she will reconcile her feelings, what risks she will take, and how tragedy will shape her path toward understanding herself fully. Meanwhile, Eloise, the independent, witty, and fiercely clever Bridgerton, will face her own twists of fate as she navigates love through the exciting, mysterious, and unexpected world of pen pals. Her resistance to conventional marriage is challenged in ways that are both charming and suspenseful, and the arrival of that first letter could change everything in ways no one anticipates, teasing a romance that is both intellectual and deeply emotional. At the same time, Violet, the matriarch of the family, continues to surprise everyone by embracing her own heart's desires. Her decision to marry Lord Anderson freely and openly adds warmth, hope, and a sense of joy to the season, balancing the suspense and drama with moments of triumph and celebration. But of course, drama never sleeps in the world of Bridgerton. The arrival of Sophie's scheming stepmother Araminta and her stepsisters next door threatens to throw everything into chaos. False accusations, manipulations, and attempts to sabotage Sophie's future with Benedict create tension so palpable it feels as though you are right there with them, fearing every confrontation, every whisper, and every revelation. And yet, hope is never lost. Benedict's determination, Violet's unwavering support, and Sophie's courage ensure that love, truth, and justice have a fighting chance. The stakes are high, the suspense is constant, and each storyline, from the budding self-awareness of Francesca to the intellectual and emotional romance blossoming for Eloise, to the heartfelt joy of Violet's love, intertwines seamlessly, keeping the momentum of the season at a fever pitch. Every episode promises secrets revealed, misunderstandings confronted, and passions tested, and the anticipation of the weddings, reconciliations, and dramatic confrontations will keep hearts racing. Part 2 is not just a continuation. It's a crescendo of excitement, romance, heartbreak, and ultimate triumph. It will show that even in a world governed by rules, gossip, and societal expectations, love can prevail, identities can be discovered, and families can be stronger than ever. This season will have viewers laughing, crying, and holding their breath simultaneously as the Bridgertons face the challenges that will test the limits of their courage, the depth of their bonds, and the strength of their hearts. From shocking discoveries to tender, intimate moments, every story in Part 2 promises to unfold with precision, emotion, and unforgettable drama, making it clear that nothing in Bridgerton is predictable, and everything is designed to leave you desperate for the next moment, the next secret, and the next revelation. Bridgerton, Season 4 Part 2 is where the tension truly skyrockets, and every moment is layered with secrets, betrayals, and shocking revelations that will leave viewers gasping. Just when you think Sophie and Benedict's story is moving toward a peaceful resolution, danger and deceit creep in from every side. The presence of Sophie's stepmother and stepsisters looms like a storm cloud, threatening to upend everything. Araminta, knowing the truth about Sophie's identity as the Lady in Silver, orchestrates a series of manipulations designed to ruin Sophie's reputation and destroy her chances of happiness with Benedict. False accusations of theft, public confrontations, and the constant whisperings of society create moments of suspense so intense you can almost feel the tension in the air. At the same time, Francesca's emotional journey becomes increasingly complex, especially as the tragic loss of John shakes her to her core. Her heartbreak and confusion force her to question who she is and what she wants, while her connection with Michaela begins to bloom in ways that are both tender and complicated, promising a storyline that will leave fans emotionally invested and anxious to see her next steps. Eloise, meanwhile, finds herself caught in moments of both delightful mystery and suspenseful anticipation as her pen-pal romance develops in secret. The clever letters, hidden meanings, and playful exchanges build an undercurrent of tension, making every new message feel like a pivotal moment that could shift the trajectory of her love life. And while love and heartbreak take center stage, surprises don't stop there. Unexpected alliances form, secrets are exposed at the worst possible times, and every family gathering or social event is loaded with the potential for scandal, laughter, and tears. Benedict and Sophie, at the center of this storm, face a constant push and pull between their hearts and the rigid social expectations of their world. Their every decision carries weight. Should they trust each other fully, confront the schemers head-on, or quietly navigate their love in secrecy? The suspense escalates with near misses, whispered warnings, and moments where the wrong move could shatter everything they've fought for. And yet, amidst all the plotting, betrayal, and tension, there are moments of pure beauty and triumph, stolen kisses, heartfelt confessions, and acts of courage that remind us why we fell in love with this world in the first place. Part 2 doesn't just deliver drama, it pushes every character to the edge, tests their strength, and forces them to confront truths they might have been avoiding. With each twist, each shocking revelation, and each heart-wrenching choice, viewers are taken on a roller coaster of emotions that leaves them simultaneously elated, anxious, and desperate for more. By the time the season moves toward its climax, every secret has been unveiled, every betrayal confronted, and every emotion pushed to its limit, making Part 2 not just a continuation of the story, but a breathtaking journey that captures the very essence of romance, suspense, and unforgettable storytelling in the world of Bridgerton. As Bridgerton Season 4 Part 2 reaches its climax, every storyline converges in moments of emotion, revelation, and unforgettable drama that will leave viewers completely captivated. Sophie and Benedict's love story, which has been filled with longing, misunderstandings, and suspense, finally reaches the turning point that fans have been waiting for. After Sophie is accused of theft by her scheming stepmother, the tension hits a fever pitch. Benedict, with the unwavering support of Violet and the rest of the Bridgertons, steps in to prove Sophie's innocence and reveal the truth about her noble birth. This revelation changes everything, lifting the shadow of societal expectation and manipulation that has kept the couple apart. The emotional payoff is monumental. Their love, tested by deception and fear, emerges stronger, proving that honesty, courage, and unwavering devotion can overcome even the most challenging obstacles. The joy of their eventual reconciliation, filled with tender gestures, stolen glances, and heartfelt confessions, is the perfect culmination of their romantic arc, giving fans the fairy tale ending they've been longing for.